Alright, welcome to my Patreon. If you clicked the link and it brought you to it, this would be pile 1. So if you had the Queen of Wands from my YouTube video, then this would be your part 2 reading. I have your time card here, some tea leaves, your oracle pogs, some more tarot cards, and well, let's get started. So we have 2 weeks. We have the crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. The sun, happiness and well-being. Broken ring, parting the ways or in either romance or business. Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. And man, dealings or relationships with a man. Your oracle pogs are, you got the owl, don't know if that will focus. There we go. And the raccoon. There we go. And then for your tarot cards, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the Devil, and the Knight of Swords. Oops, let me just knock everything around here. Oh, sorry, my dogs are barking. Let me go. Okay, I think I got them calmed down. So our time frame is going to be around 2 weeks, right? So it could be happening anytime within the next 2 weeks, or maybe it takes you 2 weeks to overcome the obstacle. It kind of seems like your obstacle is something to do with a relationship that you're dealing with right now. And that may not resonate for everyone. Sometimes it could be your job. Like it could be your job. It could be your boss at work. It could be that you feel like you keep asking for time off, and your boss is like, oh yeah, no, we can work with those hours, but you know, right now is the holiday time, so I really need you right now. But you know, if you just give me all these extra hours right now, I can, you know, I got your back come, you know, the beginning of next year. Just hold off. Don't start your whatever it is, whether it be, and like, I really feel like travel could be a thing. Like you're wanting to take a trip, you're wanting to start travel. Maybe you want to start a travel blog, you know, or maybe you just want more time to, you know, go to your kids' basketball games. But it feels like they're being very insincere about this. And, you know, it's an old-timey boss's job, is to tell you what you want to hear so that they, you know, can better the company. But it feels like you know this, like you know deep down, like your intuition is letting you know that, you know, that's not how it's going to happen. And, you know, you're going to come up with an idea, a plan. You're going to plan it all out. You're going to dot all your I's, cross all your T's. You're going to get everything all planned out. And you're not going to wait. You're not going to wait. You're not going to deal with all of this chaos that they're trying to do. You're going to release that. You're going to figure out that if this is your job, you're going to figure out that it's not your responsibility to cover all those shifts that they need covered. They can hire somebody for that. And if they can't hire somebody for that, that's the manager's job to cover. Now, if you need the extra money, go for it, boo. More power to you. Overtime is amazing. But it is not your job to be the guinea pig for all of their stuff. But when it comes back to it, it looks like whatever you're holding yourself back to, it's it's in your mind. Like, they're literally making the devil out of their own hands. And I can't ever think of the daisy, or I can't ever think of the daisy. I can't ever think of the devil card without thinking of the way my sister, whenever I was learning tarot, described the devil card to me. She told me that if she ever made a deck, it would be a daisy chain, right? Her person would be held down by a daisy chain. You know, like when you were a kid and you stabbed the stem, you put the daisies or the flowers and you made a chain, and that would be what was holding you down, because it's not. Nothing's holding you down. But as a child, you could play and you could pretend like they were handcuffs, you know, you were tied down. Like it's all in your head. You have put that stipulation on you. You have put that block on, and you can remove it. And so now it's really time to start acting, doing what you're passionate about, to follow that lead. And you're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to sit with yourself, and you're going to have to figure out, like, you're gonna have to go through and figure out what you want, exactly what you want, make your game plan, figure out, is this something that you want to collaborate with people on? Like, is it something that takes more than one person, or is it something that, you know, you can do on your own? Maybe you want to create a group. Maybe you want to create a knitting group. Who knows? But make your plan, figure out what you want, figure out what your passions are, what makes you tick, what makes you super happy. And it's time to sit down and figure out what exactly is holding you back from it. What exactly in your mind is saying, oh, but I can't do that right now. Oh, I can't do that right now. And so the owl, when I think the owl, I always think hermit, right? Because growing up, you know, like in TV shows like Winnie the Pooh, the owl is the great old wise owl. You know, Fox and the Hound, the owl is, you know, the mature one who understands and knows things. And it's like that in all movies. What I think Bambi too had an owl. Like, I'm sorry, and to be perfectly honest, it's been a long time since I've seen these, so I might have mixed the Fox and the Hound and the Bambi around. Because one of those movies, the owl doesn't talk, but I think it's Bambi. But his attitude always makes me think he's older. He's the grumpy old man, you know, like, oh, all these kids are making so much noise, you know. I just want some alone time. And, you know, it always makes me think hermit, right? So the thing about the hermit mode is, if you can, you know, take the time off, go into full-on hermit mode, figure this stuff out. You know, like if you have a 2-week vacation, then figure it out, figure out what you want. But, you know, sometimes you can't do that. Most people can't do that. We don't have that kind of time, especially with it being the holiday season. But so the owl does, the owl's nocturnal. You know, they're a predator. They go after what they want at the time that's best for them, which is nighttime, when they have better vision. They have, you know, they're more alert. Their prey can't really escape them as easily because there's no light. And they see better. So maybe your hermit mode is going to be at night. And I know we talked about you're probably that, you know, morning and night. Like, it seems like you're going to be working around a schedule. And there's nothing wrong with working around a schedule, okay? Because we all have jobs. We all have families. And there's a difference in putting you first and making sure you have what you need, and saying fuck it to everything else, and, you know, losing your job and having a family that's so stressed they can't even function. So, or getting really bad grades because you're not taking them to school because, you know, you needed your coffee, kind of thing. So that's definitely not what I'm saying when I say take care of you first. But there's time. There's time in your day. There's time for you to be very proactive. And, you know, the raccoons and owls, they're just so intelligent. Like, they're so smart. And I mean, like, I don't know, if y'all live in town, you might not know this, but I grew up in a very rural area where trash cans like this, that's adorable. that is adorable. That raccoon, that's, you know, like a full course meal, you know, like that's like a little to-go box, you know. And my grandma had to build a giant wooden like dumpster kind of thing, put her trash cans inside of it, and then it had a padlock on it. And this wasn't to keep the neighbors out of it, this was to keep the raccoons out of it, because the raccoons, even though it was a big wooden heavy box, still found a way to open it. And there's always a way, and you're very intelligent, and you have everything you need. And there's, once again, raccoons mostly active at night. So you might be going into your hermit mode and figuring out what you need and everything in the afternoons, at night. But whatever it is that's holding you back, it's all in your head. It's all like this person has a chain on, right? But there's only one. There's only one. They're just sitting there making puppets while their world burns around them. You can't sit in the fire and let yourself burn. You gotta figure out what's holding you back. It's time to figure out what's holding you back and to actively go after what you want. It is time to act like right now. Like it's time. And you're not going to regret this. It's not, don't get me wrong, it might be very scary. Change is always scary, especially when you're going after what you want. Oh, what was it? I think someone sent me a TikTok on my Instagram because I don't use TikTok yesterday, and it was Will Smith saying that someone had told him, I think he said it was Denzel Washington, had told him that you know you're on the right path if you're getting attacked by the devil. You know, like if the devil is on your back and it seems like everything is, you know, just really difficult, you're going the right way. Because if, you know, the devil is sitting back relaxed, no, you don't need to bother them, then you're not doing something right. So figuring it out and going after what you want is going to be a little hard. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be so much worth it in the end. Like when this is all said and done, you're going to have the happiness and the well-being. Like it's not like following this, you're going to die. You're not going to starve to death. You're not quitting your job. You're just, you know, doing what you need to do to be happy, to find that sunshine in your life. Especially with all these rainy days. I don't know if you guys are living in a really rainy area, but I am. And I mean, you might be starting your own business. Like you might end up eventually quitting your job. I don't ever suggest anybody should just up and quit their job and then start an enterprise, but you can definitely start an enterprise on your time off. And then little by little, you know, like as it's making more money, take more time off work, you know. But you definitely have the intelligence to sit down and figure out what you want, figure out how to do it, where to go with it, what is holding you back, and how to move forward proactively. Trust you, because you've got this. I would love to know your thoughts on it. I'd love to know how this pertains to your life. So if you want to drop a comment down, I would absolutely love it. I would love to know how this is going. And I'm sorry, these are really shiny. And I have, well, my ivy here, lovely, beautiful little ivy plant. It's a little baby plant. So I have the growing lights there, and it's you can see there's like 3 of them. So they hit all the different places. So everything's all, I'll have to see if I can find like a better lighting situation for doing videos. But thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time to let me give you this reading. I'm really excited to see how this goes for you. Okay, if you chose pile 2 on YouTube, then this would be yours. So if the Lover card was your card, this is your second part of that reading. We have our tarot cards, our oracle pogs, our tea leaves, and our time card. 48 hours. So this is something that's taking place, or you'll find out about in the next 48 hours. And let's see, we have the unicorn, which is use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So this might not be something that you've been seriously thinking about, but you'll know it. When it happens, you'll know it. You'll know how to respond. You'll know what you have to offer that. The wishbone, a wish is granted. This is going to go over really well. Like, bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude, which is what we were talking about with the ram and the defense. Like, I mean, don't back down. Don't let them quiet you. Whatever you have to say, it's worth it. It's going to go over great. You know it's right, and you have the information. Let's see, you have the dog, you have the otter, and so both of these scream adaptability to me. And like, I know not all dogs are adaptable. Some of them are very clingy, but like, my dogs have always been really adaptable, right? Like, I can't even tell you how many times my schedule has like seriously changed with, I'm a mom of 5. I'm a mom of 5. Schedule? What's a schedule? Oh, that's funny. And, you know, otters are all about, you know, community, sharing, and dogs share. Oh my goodness, so much. They want to share everything. They want to share their toys. They want to share their food. They want to share your food. And they're both so curious. Like, whatever this is, keep your minds open. Keep alert. Like, they're both very, very alert animals that notice the things that go on around them and react, right? They have a reaction, right? You whistle, your dog's going to react. He's going to become vocal. He's going to let you know what he thinks. I mean, at least mine were. I had she recently passed, but an Alaskan Malamute, and she would talk with you. You could carry on a conversation with her. It was the cutest thing. But you've got to communicate. You've got to share your knowledge. You have to share what you're going through, what you think, what is pertinent to this, and you're gonna know what's pertinent to it. Let's see. We have the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Again, you got the Lovers twice. This is about an opportunity that you've put yourself into willingly. Like, you chose this. Whether if this is your job, you chose this. Like, this is something that you like doing. This is something that you're excited about doing. This is something that you actively sought out, and now it's time to put in your 2 cents. It's time to put in what you bring to the table. The Ace of Pentacles, I really feel like this is work. You know, like, this is something, I mean, even if it is the PTA, it might be, you know, like, how to raise money. Because that's huge, you know, like, especially for PTAs. But whatever this is going to be that new shiny thing, right? And you've got to figure out how to share that, how to share what you know, to polish this up, to go, oh my goodness, this is it. And keep it, like, yeah. They're doing a henna tattoo. Never done a henna tattoo. I've bought henna so many times and just, I've never done it. They're beautiful. This is your time to make that commitment to yourself, to make whatever this is yours, instead of just sitting back and watching everyone else handle everything. Something that comes up in the next 48 hours, you're going to know what it is, absolutely know what it is. You're going to be able, you're going to know what it is, and you're going to know how you can help. You're going to know exactly how you can help, how this can become yours, how you can make this so much better than what it started out as. It's going to be something that you're passionate about, you know, like, might not be like hobby passion, but like, you're going to know, and you're going to get excited. You know, like, when I think lovers, I think excitement. I think, but not like chaotic excited, like calm, cool excited, like this is the one, you know? And if you can keep your backbone, don't back down, make sure you're heard, make sure that you're heard, like, you're going to be understood. You don't have to repeatedly change what you're saying. You're going to be understood, and it's going to happen. Your wish is going to be granted. Like, it's going to happen. And you got to keep up this fun, playful energy. Like, it's giving off, especially, you know, like with the unicorn, like, everything is going to feel enchanted. Whenever it comes true, it's going to feel a little enchanted. It's going to be great. You've got to stick with it, though, right? You've got to stick with it and make sure that you don't get in your way. Yeah, I'm so excited. I really feel like whatever this is going to be, and this might not be something that goes on long term, right? But in the moment right now, this is going to be the new shiny thing that you're working on. This is going to be your new shiny playful thing, you know? This is it. You're going to have so much fun, and it's going to be so great. Yeah, it might be you might get a little scared. It might be a little, you know, anxiety raised time, but it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be absolutely magical. I cannot wait to see how many different ways this comes about. Like, you're going to have to comment below and let me know exactly how this all played out. Like, how this all played out. And I hope that you're able to stand your ground. I believe in you. I absolutely believe in you. It can be a little hard, but you've got this. All right, if you chose pile 3 on the YouTube reading and your card was the 3 of Wands, then this is your pile for part 2. We have 4 months. So this is something that's taking place over the next 4 months, which makes sense because you have to have the time to notice the synchronicities. There's something that's adding up that you haven't noticed yet. Coins. Oh. Coins. Money will be coming to you. So this is probably something to do with your job, with your career, with an idea that you will have. Harp, great happiness. Whatever this is going to be bringing you just so much happiness. Pen, a new job, career. Okay, so that's it right there. So this is going to be, whatever these synchronicities are, it's bringing you to a new job or career. It's a new idea is going to be, you could be becoming an entrepreneur, you know, like forces working against you. And you know what? Pile 2, I said this quote in pile 2, that someone sent me a video of Will Smith, I believe it was, quoting something that I believe it was Denzel Washington told him, that if the devil's not attacking you, then you're not doing the right thing. If the devil's ignoring you, then you're just sitting there, you're being a couch potato. Devil doesn't need to, you know, actively go after you. And I am by no means a Christian. But when I think devil, I think, you know, if life seems to be attacking you, then you're going in the right direction. You know, you're going after something. You're actively seeking something other than just sitting back and letting things happen, which is what we were talking about you doing, you know, just sitting back and letting, and that might be it. Oh my goodness, that might be it. You might have just been like your whole life sitting back and just, you know, it'll happen. I have several family members, right, who believe that you make your, I don't remember, there's a certain percentage or a certain amount of money you make every year, right? You work a little bit here, a little bit there, and then you live off of the government, right? And they have it down to a science, right? And it's really easy. They, you know, just kind of chill. They just kind of vibe. But they're stuck. By not going out and doing anything, their lives never get better. They just stay the same. And, you know, nothing's working against them because there's nothing's changing. And when you start changing things, it creates waves, right? It creates waves. Like you can get in a pool, and as long as you're sitting there, there's no waves, there's no nothing, you know, but as soon as you start swimming, it can get a little difficult. And I mean, you're going to get to the other side of the pool, but you're going to have to, you know, put an effort to get there. Let's see. You have the rabbit. Oh, I like the rabbit with the possum, right? Because they're both they stay away from people. They are very shy. They're very shy. And then you have, you know what? Pile 2 also had the otters. And the otters are about community. You know, like otters are all about community. They are always about friends. And rabbits, you know, they like to stick to other rabbits. So it might be, whatever this might be, it might be you coming out of a shell and finding your community, finding your people, finding the people that are like-minded, bringing out the playfulness in you. And rabbits, you know, like, they have an abundance of babies, you know, like they're constantly creating. And so like this might be you finding your group of people and becoming like it, just opening up something that's super creative in you, right? Like you might be one of those really shy, laid back artists, right? And then you might find, you know, your synchronicities might, you know, point you in the direction of going and finding other artists like you. And you might find that you really, really, really like creating art. And that might become, you know, huge for you. Let's see what your tarot cards are. So we have the Page of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Moon. Oh. This is going to take deep reflection. Like you're going to have a hermit mode pretty much. You're going to have to dive in deep. See what's on the inside. So like, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a dog tattoo, but in the reflection, it's a wolf, right? It's time for you to sit down and find your inner wolf. Find your ability to step out of your comfort zone and go for it. You know, like you've got to, whatever they're trying to communicate with you that you're going to be discovering in the next 4 months is going to really just, it's going to blow your mind. if you actually take this. Now, with it being a new job career, it could be that be careful. Be careful. Like, if you're an artist and you start sharing your art and then someone comes out of the woodwork and they're like, oh my goodness, you're an amazing artist. I'm going to go, give me your painting, ship them to me, and I will sell them for 30,000 pieces, of gold. Like, that's somebody's, with this door that you're going through, you're going to have to be very discerning. You're going to have to make sure that you stay honest, that you're not, say you're an artist, that you're not copying other people's art, right? Like, don't go trace over other people's art. Make sure it's your own art. But stay honest and go for it. Like, actively go for it. Get that excitement, that enthusiasm. And whenever you figure out what this is, it's going to explode. Like, whatever the job, career, whatever you're birthing, it's going to bring its own trials and tribulations. Be careful, be mindful of it. Keep your eyes alert, and notice what's around you, because there's a lot about staying alert. Like, everything is staying alert. Like, your spirit guides will communicate with you. They will communicate with you. They're not just gonna be like, all right, here's your door, bye. Keep yourself alert. Keep looking for those messages. They will continue communicating with you, and you'll notice what's going on around you. You'll know how to go forward, and all you really got to do is do it. But over the course of the next 4 months, you've really got to deep dive in you. You've got to deep dive in you. You've got to figure out where your wolf is, so you can get that hope. Find out what this is. What door is about to open for you? I am so excited to find out. Drop a comment below if you already know a little bit about what yours is going to be, or what you hope it's going to be. And then check back in 4 months and say if that was what it was, or if it took a different direction that you weren't even expecting, right? But keep vigilant. You've got this. You've got this. And it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for you. Your next 4 months are going to be life-changing.